Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the Baby Got Scraps inspirational YouTube and Instagram hop. And I am playing along today using just one sheet of paper plus some scraps. I do have a stencil, or actually it's not a stencil, it is a cut file that I had cut. And I am inking up my black paper below with some oxide ink. And I am going to use that cut file for a different layout once it's all rainbowed up. And I am going to use the black portion for this particular layout. So I'm getting two layouts out of this process right here. And I thought it would be fun to go ahead and show you what all of this oxide ink looks like on black paper. So I hope you enjoy watching that. While I ink this up, let me just tell you a little bit about the Baby Got Scraps YouTube and Instagram hop. We are playing all month for the month of January, using up as many scraps as we can. Now admittedly I don't have a ton of scraps on this layout, but the rest of the layout is all scraps, so it does count. And the idea is to use only one sheet of 12 by 12 for your layout, and then use scraps or 6 by 6 paper pads, so that counts as well. And right now I know I have two pieces of paper here, but they are for two separate layouts. I did want to ink up this cut file, and so I thought, you know what, while I'm inking it up, I'm going to capture that ink and use it as a background for another layout, and that's what you're seeing here today. So hopefully you enjoy that. I do not have a list of the colors in front of me that I used, but if you're interested in that, let me know down below and I can definitely look that up for you. I do know that I didn't have a really good orange. I think one is wild honey and the other one is maybe mustard seed or lemonade. I'm not 100% sure, but one has a little bit more of an orangey hue than the other, so that's what I went with. And I really like how this comes out in the end. There are a bunch of other ladies playing along throughout the month over on their channels, and there's a link to all of their channels down below. Now, not everybody's playing along every single day. I'm not playing every single day, but I am playing here and there throughout the month. So you can go ahead and check out the other channels, and you'll get a lot of inspiration on how to use up your scrap paper. And I think we all have quite a bit of scrap paper, so it's a great idea to try and use that paper up first before you cut into your next 12 by 12, because a lot of times you have stuff in your scrap bins that would work. At least I certainly do, especially when you're doing a lot of layering and stuff. So I definitely find that I can, you know, if you're looking for a red layer, look in your scrap bin and find a red layer instead of cutting into a perfectly good piece of 12 by 12 that has some kind of red pattern on it. That's just an example. So I'm just about done here. I'm going to reveal what it looks like in just a moment. I do decide to go ahead and tape it back down because I want to make a couple of the spots a little darker, especially the yellow, because I'm going over it and I want black. It's black below. I want to make sure I have a good enough foundation of that yellow so that it definitely pops off of the black. I don't want it to just soak in, and that's the nice thing about the oxides. They do stay visible on top of black paper, so that works out really well. So we're going to go ahead and do the big reveal right now and see how it looks. And there it is. Now you can't see a big difference between the orange and the yellow, but in person you can see it a little bit better, so that works for me. I have this photo of a double rainbow that we had last spring, and so I want to go ahead and document that double rainbow. So I'm matting my photo on some white cardstock, and then I'm going to put a black layer below that, and then I am using that white rectangle, and it's not just white, it's got a bokeh effect on the background, and so I'm going to go ahead and use that behind my photo, and that's going to be the basis of my layout. It's going to, from there on I'm going to add embellishing. I'm not adding a whole bunch of other layers. I think that the background does a lot for it, so you don't really need a bunch of other paper involved in this particular layout. I am going to pull in a bunch of rainbow embellishments, and my thickers, of course, there you can see they are rainbow as well. I have some bins that are part of my, what I call my color bins, so I have them in all of the colors of the rainbow, but then I have a couple that are titled miscellaneous because they have a whole bunch of color on those particular embellishments, and I can't really decide what color of bin I want to put them in because there's so many different colors, not one color more prevalent really than the other, so they just kind of get stuck into this bin of multicolor embellishments, if you will. So I kind of went through those, and I'm pulling out a whole bunch of different pieces that I think might work, different florals, different actual rainbow stickers. I've got some birds that are multicolored, rainbow-esque, if you will. And so I'm going to pull a bunch of those embellishments out for this particular page. I do want my title to be over the rainbow, and so I am using these little thickers from, they're not really thickers, these little alpha stickers from Pink Fresh Studio, and they are puffy, and so I like that, and I like that they are a solid color, but I am using them in multiple colors, so they give you that rainbow feel, and it kind of tones down the rainbow colored thicker title that says rainbow. I have pulled in this green die cut piece. I don't know where I got that from. It was in one of my bins, and I decided to go ahead and use it. I do like that it pulls out the green in the trees that are in the photo, so I thought that was really pretty. And then I have that little rainbow piece that's at the top. I like how that looks, and I'm trying to figure out just where I want to put these different things. This layout did give me a bit of trouble trying to just kind of figure things out. I didn't want it to look too mishmash pieced together. I wanted it to have a cohesive feel, but I did struggle with that for quite a while, so bear with me as I put some things together here and kind of try to figure things out. In fact, I thought I was done with this layout. You're going to see after I get a bunch of embellishments on, I am going to stamp a large rainbow in that upper right hand corner, and I left it just black and white, but I posted this out to one of the groups I'm in and said, hey, I've got this layout. I'm not sure, it doesn't feel done to me. What do you guys think I should do? And the response was overwhelmingly that I should put sequins in the rainbow that I'm going to stamp. So I do that, but it's not on camera. I don't have it filmed, but it will be in the close-ups. So make sure you stick around for the close-ups so you can see the kind of finished layout with that additional part in it. So I'm tucking these little pieces in, and that little round one is just a bunch of little florals that have orange and pinks and reds and like a creamy color. And then the piece right below it says seriously amazing, and I'm going to tuck in a little tab there that says happy times, and they are written in rainbow letters, and so I thought that's super cute. And I go back and forth working on the bottom and the top because I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to add and where I want things, but I'm just trying to kind of like muddle my way through. Like I said, I had a hard time with this layout. It didn't come together as easily as I thought it would, or as I had hoped it would. And I think, you know, we all run into those kind of struggles here and there as we're working on our layouts. It's certainly not normal for me. I normally don't have this much trouble, but I do struggle with it occasionally. So that is real life, and so I wanted to kind of make note of that in here, that, you know, real life happens, and we don't always, you know, have a super easy time putting together our layouts or whatever creative things we're working on. Our artistic flow kind of does exactly that. It flows, and not always to the same level. So sometimes it's a slow flow, and sometimes it's a fast flow. For this particular day for me, it was a very slow flow, and it took me a long time. I am adding some enamel dots. My goodness, spit out the word. I'm adding some enamel dots in some blues and greens to pick up some more of the green that's in that upper right or left-hand corner. I am also going to bring some of that green down to the bottom left-hand corner, and I don't know if that is on camera or not. It might just be in the close-ups. So here is the stamp that I'm going to be using, and that's pretty much going to do it for this layout. So stick around for the close-ups and you will see the completed area, the completed rainbow and bottom right-hand corner area. So pay special attention to that, and you'll see what got done off screen after I had some advice from some scrappy friends. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Sorry for the trouble of all of my mixed words. Have a great day. See you next time.